Hello my beautiful and lovely gamers, my name is Jonah. Today we're gonna take a look at why snipers are, at least in meta wise and when you think about it, run mostly on offense instead of on defense. And by snipers, no, I do not mean Ana. For some of those of you who are like, Ana's a sniper rifle, I'm funny in the comments. It's not Ana, it's Widowmaker on Hanzo essentially that I'm talking about. And I got some question about this. Well, I've been asked this multiple times before and it's kind of on my to-do videos. But I got especially a lot of them right around coincidental when everyone saw Flower from South Korea play Widowmaker on Hanamura. Then people were like, why is he only playing his godlike Widowmaker on offense? Why he's not also running it on defense? And in general, why we run snipers mostly on offense and not on defense have to do with how pressure works in Overwatch and how engagements work in Overwatch. Now, right before I start, and you might hear that this is recorded after, I'm so stressed I forgot to record this. There won't be any live stream today due to the fact that I have a huge school assignment, my exams are coming up, and in general, please follow me on Twitter or go into the Discord community and I will post if there won't be a standard live stream. And of course I always post links when I'm going live and stuff like that. And in general, I'm trying not to delay too many of my videos because of school. I might have to delay a couple of them. The reason the upload speed might be a little bit slower is because I am working with some stuff with Nickel. And on top of that, I have some huge videos that you guys have requested that I really think will help you guys improve. And in general, really big videos with like really stuff that not a lot of people talk about that is very crucial to becoming really good at this game. And especially climbing up in this game. But it takes some time to create, guys. They are kinda, to a certain extent, advanced. It's really hard for me to, I need to get the custom gate footage, I need to slow down and zoom in and general work, and just writing down the script and making, like, explaining how it is actually really hard for me. It's just kinda big videos, and I don't want to rush them out like some YouTube videos or what YouTubers do with their videos, to just rush them. I really don't want to mislead anyone with this. So I'm very sorry if the upload speed is slow and stuff like that. Please follow on Twitter and Discord and stuff like that. Now, let's just jump right into the video. There's two things that I need to know. There is something called Defender's Advantage, which essentially means that if you are on defense, you have a advantage that you have been given. And then there is the offensive advantage, which essentially means that the people on offense don't have to care about the objective. Essentially, that's what happens. If you are on defense on King's Row, first point, for example, if the enemy team goes on the objective, you also need to go on the objective. But if the enemy team stands on the objective, you don't have to go on the objective actually before, the last couple of seconds of the match when you need to start overtime and start contesting the points. And that is essentially why snipers, that's at least one of the reasons. It also has something to do with some maps, especially, have the big problem of not being suitable really for snipers on defense. Some of us that play a lot of Hanzo, play a lot of Widowmaker know this by heart, that for example, on defense in King's Row, it's much easier to play the Hanzo on offense than playing him on defense, especially on first to second point. It can be a pain in the ass, and if they get through the first proper choke on third point, it's also starting to become really troublesome to play Hanzo on defense. Let's talk about it. If you're on defense, a lot of time, especially if you don't play on a team, teams can of course play early dive if they want to because they're coordinated, but especially in competitive ranked, your team a lot of the time can't or won't offense early on. It's not in their, what can I say, instincts to do early engagement because they don't want to give away their defensive position. They don't want to give away their defensive advantage, doing that there's not a lot of room for the sniper to work with. If you engage them early, almost when they go out of the spawn gate and they get up to the choke and then you engage, then there's all of a sudden plenty of room for the snipers as long as there's enough sidelines for the sniper. But normally that won't happen, and if the enemy team runs something like dive comp, which still is huge in this meta, you will a lot of time as a sniper get dived, get attacked, because there's not a lot of room for you to work with, and the sniper will be inefficient compared to something like a soldier, a McCree, a tracer, a reaper, a Genji, something else, a Junkrat, and that's really a huge deal. Why? Compared to on offense, where your team is attacking and therefore they are creating room because they are going in, they're attacking the enemy team, they're diving onto the enemy team with the Winston sleeping onto the Reinhardt, right? Dropping the bubble, the enemy team is engaging the Winston while the rest of your DPSs, your healers, your other tanks are engaging the enemy team. The sniper will have room to work with, room where it can stand and shoot onto the enemy team, and that's called, well, it's essentially called pressure, right? Your offensive team is putting pressure on the defensive team, which creates room for your snipers to be efficient. They won't be bothered with a Genji because the Genji is getting chased around by the Winston, right? And that's a huge part of why it is. And it's also that it's really great to run snipers a lot of time on offense. Because think about second point Hanamura, we've all experienced this if you played the game for a reasonable amount of hours. That, okay, you yourself is on defense, and the offensive team, you know, they're on the point, they have kind of snowballed you from first point. Your team is like coming out of the spawn gate, trying to stop them from capturing the point, right? That you're running out 1, 2, 3 people at a time. So you have this really clutch fight where you kind of have to stall and wait for respawn and try to win the fight. And while you're doing this, there's 5 enemies on the point, and then there's a Widowmaker far back on the high ground, standing uncontested, sniping down on the objective, or a Hanzo or a soldier, but in this example we'll do snipers, right? So the Widowmaker standing on high ground, shooting down on the objective, and no one is dealing with her. And that's the great thing. This is like, that's the best example of what pressure and room looks like. There's so much pressure on the objective, your team needs to fight there. They are outmanaged, they're well outmanned, they are disadvantaged already. And while they can turn around, 1 kill from the defensive team is way huger than 1 kill for the offensive team because of how respawn works. The problem is that the Widowmaker, you have to, okay, there's 3 of us on the point right now, there is 5 of the enemy on this point. And on top of that, there's this Widowmaker, which I, as a Genji, needs to go and deal with to kill, but I can't really leave point, because if we leave point, we also need to kind of clean the enemy team off the objective. And this is where the Widowmaker in itself is just a threat, because you need to devote resources to this Widowmaker. But you can't really do that because you also need to devote resources to the point, but you don't have enough resources for both, right? And that's why snipers are a lot of time run on offense. If you can compare this to if you ran the Widowmaker on defense, on the second point of Hanamura, right? You would set up a defense, the enemy team will see you, they would instantly just leap after the Widowmaker. They don't have to go on the objective, as I said, before overtime is about to kick in. So they can just run after the Widowmaker and kill her, she will die, and then she, of course, when she respawns and comes out and you guys fighting on the point, that's really not an effective range for a Widowmaker. I hope this really cleaned up the questions, and I really hope this helped. If not, then drop your question down in the comment, I'll try to answer them as always. Also, really requests, I take those. Drop them down in the comments. And as I said, join the Discord community. Follow me on Twitter to keep updated on what's going on with the channel. My exams, everything, vacation, all that stuff. I don't really want to make a private video where I just explain this. I might, but I don't want to do a lot of those where I just like, I can't produce videos in certain amount of time videos, because, and frankly, I think that will just be irritating for you guys, and I don't want to, you know, you guys to be like, oh cool, Jonah has a new video, time to help myself improve on Overwatch, and then you click on, and then it's me buying, hey, I'm not gonna make any videos lately, and then it's gonna be like, fuck, right? So I don't want that. So definitely follow me. I'm trying to put out videos when I can. I don't want to rush them like some Overwatch YouTuber does, when they just rush out videos and mislead people. I don't want to do that with you guys. And there's some huge videos I'm really working on that has been requested for a long time, and I think is really important to talk about and will help a lot of you guys improve a lot. But they're very hard to make, to kind of formulate and show. I need to do a lot of custom games with friends and set up special scenarios. So I'm definitely working on that. I'll try to get to you guys as fast as possible and answer your questions and stuff like that. Hope this is okay, guys. Thank you for the amazing support. As always, my name has been Jonal. Stay positive, guys, and keep the enemy in your crosshair.